Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy, the DFS Overlord, back again with another video. Today is March the 1st, 2023, and I'm coming at you with 3 new NBA player props for Prizepicks. Giving them to you for free, man. Only thing I ask in return is that you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. So I'm going to get right into the pick. So for my number 1 pick, my first pick that I'm looking at, I am looking at the points and assists of my good friend Chris Paul. Now, I don't know if you know, Kevin Durant is supposed to come back today. So I'm sure he's not going to play like a full complement of minutes. He's not going to go for like 30 plus minutes. But this is another option on the floor for Chris Paul to go to. Now, Chris Paul can go over 10 on points and assists. He can actually get into the mid, like, around 14, 15 points or assists. Let's look at his assists over the last 5. Let me actually take you over to props.cash. So this is the tool that I use to do all my insight, get all my research to make my picks. If you're not using some type of tool to like get real insight to make informed picks, you're just really just guessing out here. So let me type in Chris Paul real quick. Here he is right here. So let's look at his point line to begin with. So for his point line, I got him set at 13.5. As you see, he's averaging 13.8 over the season, averaging 14 against Charlotte on the season. That's who they're playing. And he's been averaging 15 over the last 5. Charlotte allows almost the most points in the league at 28. They're ranked 23rd at field goal percentage allowed. It says that they're ranked good against the point guard at, ranked 8th. We just saw LaMelo went down for the season, so I'm sure that's going to have an effect on it. Let's go over to his assist real quick. So they have an assist line set at 8.5, but as you see, he's averaging, well, first of all, let's point out the fact that Charlotte is ranked 29th against assists in the league. That's second to last. He's averaging 11 assists against Charlotte on the season. He's averaging 9 assists on the season, 9.7 over his last 10, 10.4 over the last 5. So I only expect that to get better with KD back on the lineup. That's somebody else to dish it to. KD gets buckets. That's what he does. So let's look at the point and assist line for Chris Paul. It's at 21.5, and we see green across the board. Let me take you over to the Charlotte defense. Like I said, 28th in points allowed, 29th in assists allowed. He's averaging 25 against Charlotte for points and assists, 25.4 over his last 5 games, 21.6 and 22.8. So across the board, we see green. I'm gonna actually call this a lock to go over, man. Definitely lock this Chris Paul play-in. I wouldn't be surprised if they took this up to like 22 just to make it tricky, so you can probably push, I would lock this in as soon as possible. This is maybe my top play on the board today. So another guy that I'm looking at, this is really just like a lean play. I do like it. It's Jaylen Brown here. Now, Jaylen Brown, he's going up against a tough Cleveland defense, which I feel like, I think that they're the number 1 defense in the association. But this is just going to be one of those, good old-fashioned Eastern Conference, second half of the season playoff kind of field games on a Wednesday night, because these are the top 2 teams in the East, if one of the top 2 teams in the East. But I just like either Jaylen Brown or Tatum to get their numbers here. Tatum's been struggling lately. In that last game, he didn't even hit 15 points. So Brown has been a little bit more consistent. I know he's coming off an injury as well, but I think he's going to be right back into gear, as we see averaging his line is 24.5. He had 26 against Philly, 30 against Indiana. This was the All-Star game, so this didn't count, but he had 35, 27 against Phoenix. So, I mean, he's scoring on pretty good, decent teams. I mean, for the exception of Indiana. I don't know what happened here in Philly, where he only had 4 points. Maybe he got hurt or something. Let's go back over to props.cash and take a look at Jaylen Brown. So here we go right here. So the sportsbooks actually have him favored to go over right here at 125. He's averaging 35 against Cleveland on the season. Let's see if he's played them more than once. So he's actually played them more than once. I mean, gotta take this with a grain of salt, because this is in the beginning of the season. We're talking like, I think this was like the first game of the season here on the 28th, and then on November the 2nd. So 36 and 34 points. So he went over this line. He went over 30, almost had 35 in both matchups. Like I said, Cleveland has that tough defense, but I just, you got to kind of not really throw that out the window. But when it's a tough team versus tough team, I mean, somebody got the score. Why not go with one of the best players? So let's go back to the last 10. We see he went over 7 out of the last 10 games, had a 40 burger against the Lakers. I'm really liking this play. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Tatum went over as well, if he can get back to form. They actually have Tatum favored to go over. We see he's also averaging 34 against Cleveland. Let's look at his line. He also scored 36 and 32 as well. So I like one of them, but I just think, like I said, Tatum has been kind of like in a funk a little bit. He has 40-point upside though, so you really can take your pick with one of these two. I just think that I've seen in my experience that Jaylen Brown just tends to always get that 26, 27 points, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tatum got it. It's really a toss-up. I'm going to go with Brown to go over. And my last pick as a part of this slate, I'm looking at the points, rebound, and assist of my good friend Jimmy B. Now, they're going up against Philly again. They just played Philly on Monday. They were in Philly. Now they're going back to Miami. So Jimmy Butler's going to have the advantage of home court. And he had 43 points, rebounds, and assists on the road in Philly. So I can see him going right back to this number, maybe somewhere around 40. Even if he gets like 34, 35, we're good at this 30 to go over 32 and a half here. Let's go back over to props.cash. And I'm telling you, man, if you're not using this tool or one like it, you're really doing yourself a disservice, man. Because look how easy it is to just pull someone up. Let me delete that. Look how easy it is to just pull somebody up and get all the insights, man. Now, it looks like Philly is pretty tough on defense, but which they don't give up a lot of points. The game the other day wasn't high scoring, but as we saw with the points, rebounds, and assists, he had 43. He even had 37 against Charlotte. He didn't really do anything against Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Fresh out of the All-Star break, had 43 against Denver, 43 against Milwaukee. Milwaukee. So I mean, this 26 is almost could have been a fluke because I don't know what happened here, but he had 43 against Milwaukee back in the beginning of February. So I hope it's not a thing where this one flip-flops and he gets 43 here and then goes to 26 tonight. But I like his chances of getting like 35. You see he's averaging 32.9 points, rebounds, and assists on the season, 32.8 over the last 10, 34.2 over the last 5. So I just feel like the number is just too low, man. I like his chances. He always plays minutes in the 30s. I like it to be another close game. And I just think that he can pull out, 35 points, rebounds, and assists. He's averaging 21.9 points on the season, averaging about 6 rebounds a game, and he's averaging about 5 assists a game. So that's about 34 right there. That's 33, 34 right there. So if he can just go a little bit above his averages, he had 9 assists against Philly. So, that may be a little bit of an outlier. He may not get 9 assists again, however, or 11 rebounds. But I think he really likes going up against Philly, kind of like a revenge narrative there, even though he chose to leave Philly. He just been beating up on Philly since he went to Miami. So give me some Jimmy Butler to go over again, this points, rebounds, and assist number. So here are my plays for today. I got Chris Paul over 21.5 points and assists. I like the fact that KD's coming back, more bodies to dish to. KD's a guaranteed bucket, which is going to be a guaranteed assist if Chris Paul passes to him. I like Jaylen Brown to go over 24.5, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tatum went over his 27.5, but I'm going with Jaylen Brown. You can take your pick there. I'm going with Brown. And lastly, I got Jimmy Butler over 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So like I said, these are my picks. If you did enjoy this video, like, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And until my next video, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Happy betting, people. Let's make some money.